This portion of NTV's Grow is sponsored by Acres Equipment, solutions for every field. Acres has what you need to get the job done.
Let's check back in with Steve now as he's growing his own corn this year through the university's TAPS contest. He recently visited with ag economist Matt Stockton, and we'll find out what he learned.
Decisions. I think people think, oh, that farmer gets in the tractor and does his thing, and if nothing else, I've got a healthy appreciation that, boy, there's a lot that goes into growing that crop.
Yeah, and a lot of critical time periods. In other words, you have such a date, you got to have insurance decided. If you don't, it'll do what last year you did. If you didn't do any, you don't have it. Is insurance important? It depends. There's a lot of things in the type of insurance and the decisions you make there. I mean, we only have 6 decisions in the irrigated taps. And in reality, a farmer has a whole lot more than that. They have to decide what equipment to buy, when to buy it. They got depreciation expense. They got all that. How much to rent land for? You know, what's all these things that they have to decide and do, and all of them are critical to profitability. And yet, even with the simple 6 decisions, if you want to call it simple, there is just a ton of variability and a ton of different things that could happen, and we have a large variation in profitability because of it.
Yeah. Do you find that through TAPS even that, you know, those are 6 decisions, but then when you break those out into their component pieces, you know, if you were to do the math on that, there are a lot of different routes, you know, you could go. So do you end up with pretty wide variability even in terms of profitability?
Okay, well, if you just look at water application, I think last year we had as much as 21 inches and as little as 1 or 2 inches of water applied. Okay, and then everything in between. I mean, we're talking total water for the irrigation inches, they measured inches per acre per inches. So, I mean, there's all that. And then there's amount of fertilizer. I mean, there's an infinite number of amount of fertilizer, and not just how much fertilizer, because we only do nitrogen, but when did you put it on? Did you decide to put it on first? Did you put it on in the middle? Did you put it on spoon-feeded? Did you put it through the pivot or whatever you did? I mean, there's different ways to do it. So, and they all can affect your decision. And then, of course, you got to pick the variety of corn. Okay, did I pick? Oh no, I'm sorry. For you agronomists out there, not variety, hybrid.
Right.
I got to get.
Well,
that
I had to pick a hybrid. I had to pick a population.
Yes.
You know, and then I'm realizing, I'm not also having to be the mechanic and be the operator and all those things. That's all done for me.
Yeah. So just think about what, you know. So when a farmer gets up in the morning, now he's thinking about, what do I got to get done today to survive? I mean, and of course, spraying weeds on time.
Right.
Timing is everything, and of course we're doing that, and there's times that we have a struggle with that. I mean, things don't go perfect. Weather, oh, it's raining today, I was going to do so-and-so. Well, sorry, not today. Got to do that some other. So this is, you know, the biological portion of farming. It really makes it exciting.
Makes you wonder why a guy does this.
Well, I think he does it because he wants to feed people and wants to make a living. That's what he does. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't recognize too. I mean, let's just talk about different types of hybrids. You know, people think, well, it's monoculture. Well, it's not really monoculture because there's so many different characteristics of those hybrids, and they have such disease resistance of different kinds. I mean, you're not talking about monoculture here. Whereas, and I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about what's really going on in agriculture.
NTV's Grow promises to bring you all the news and trends surrounding agriculture in Nebraska.